this like... So, I don't know if I am live. I really don't. So, I might just be talking to myself. And, oh nope, apparently I'm live because I can see myself. Alright. So, hello. This is weird to just be live and just be talking without, doing like editing and stuff like that. So, let me just give like a breakdown of what's been happening, because it has been a lot in the past month and some change. And I'm making this video, this live video, but I also have recorded an actual video that I have to edit and everything. So this is basically just going to be a breakdown of what's been happening this past month with the hurricane evacuating and moving back home. And then I also have the videos that I already recorded that I need to edit and then post, that has more detail. Yeah, more details in it. So, what was it? I don't remember the day, or I don't remember the date, but I remember the day. It was a month, yeah, about a month ago. My husband came home. We were in Florida. My kids and me were in Florida. We were at Patrick Air Force Base, and so that's where we were living. And I remember the night before, we were like, my husband and I were just like laying in bed, you know, chilling. We actually got done watching, I don't know how many episodes of Grimm. So we were just laying in bed, weren't doing anything. And I go on Facebook and I saw all these posts about, you know, hurricane this and hurricane that. I live in Florida. You would think I would get some type of memo, but I didn't. I had no clue. I actually texted one of my friends up here in Michigan, and she was like, yeah, girl, there's a hurricane coming your way. You didn't know this? No, I did not. Like, I don't watch, like, the Weather Channel. I don't watch the news. I just don't watch it. So, I'm just laying there and I'm looking and I see all this hurricane stuff, and I'm getting nervous because I'm from Michigan. I don't do hurricanes. Last year, Hurricane Matthew, I made somewhat of a video. It was not that good of a video. It was just me talking. That was the first time I was ever involved in a hurricane, ever. So when Irma was about to hit, I was like, oh great, we are really in a pickle, because it was not on a pay week. So we didn't have that much money left in the bank account if we had to go evacuate or, you know, go to a hotel or whatever. So my husband is at work. I am at home with the kids, damn near biting all my nails off because I'm just nervous. So my husband, he calls me and he was like, hey, so this is what we're going to do. If we have to evacuate, we're going to go to this location. It's so many hours away. I think it was like 8 hours away. And I'm like, okay. I call my mom. I'm just, you know, just venting to her, just telling her what's going on because I'm scared. Last year when Hurricane Matthew came, I was about to literally drive from Orlando, where we were, up here to Michigan. I don't care. I did not care if I spent every last penny I had just to get up here, because I don't do hurricanes. I do snow. Okay? I don't do hurricanes. I do snow. I can do some snow and tornadoes, but hurricanes, I cannot do. I cannot do it. But no matter where you live, you have to pick your natural disaster. You know, you have hurricanes, floods, you know, snow, or, you know, blizzards and tornadoes and all that other stuff. You just got to pick which one you want to deal with, okay? I don't do hurricanes. I can't do the ocean throwing itself at me. I do blizzards. I'm okay with that. Anyway. So I'm telling her, like, my thoughts and feelings, and she was like, well, do you want me to call your dad? I'm like, no. Because I already had so much going on in my head that I just did not need other, you know, people just to be like, I just needed my time. But as soon as I hung up, literally 5 seconds later, my dad calls me, and he was able to help me out because I was going to drive up here. My husband had to stay. We thought that he was going to be able to come up here with me, but that was not the case. So I had to come up here what I thought was by myself. Now, my dad was like, here, I'm going to send you some money. There you go. Get up here safely. Take care of yourself and the kids, all that stuff. I said, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. My husband gets home. We go grocery shopping. And before we did any type of shopping, I grabbed every water jug, every water bottle, and sometimes and it's scary because all the stores were selling out of water. That is scary. Gas stations were running out of gas, and stores were running out of water. That is scary. So before anyone said don't drink your water yet, because that does happen, I grabbed every big jug that I had, and I filled it with water, stored it in the fridge. I kept the fridge closed. There was some food in the fridge. I cooked it up so it wouldn't go bad. So, yeah, and then my husband came home. We went grocery shopping, came back. I got this big bag, this big duffel bag that you put on top of the car, big storage bag. And I literally grabbed everything that I could, mainly clothes that I could, and just threw it in the bag. You know, and there's some other stuff that's in the other video, but I grabbed as many of my kids' clothes as possible, shoes for them, medicine, what else? Some clothes for me, got stuff for my dog, you know, and stuff like that. So I literally piled everything in my car to the tippity top. That night, I was all packed. I had stuff. I was ready to go. I was scared, but it is what it is. You know, it just is. It's nature. It is what it is. You cannot stop it. You just gotta go through it, you know. So my aunt, one of my mom's sisters, she was like, hey, I'm trying to get a flight there. I can drive up with you and keep you company and everything like that. I said, okay, cool. So because my husband's grandma tried to look for flights for us, but they were selling out like fast. Okay, so my Aunt Pam, she said, okay, I got a flight, but it's not in the early morning like you want to, because I was gonna leave at 3 a.m. I was 6 hours behind because I had to wait 3 hours because she landed at 9, but I had to leave at 8 to drive an hour in the opposite direction of where I was going to go pick her up. And then I had to try to make up that time while everyone in that area of Florida was trying to get out of the state at the same time. So there was a period of time where we were bumper to bumper. And we did see like a couple car accidents on the way, and it's just like, I'm trying to be safe. I'm trying to go at a reasonable pace, you know. And my Aunt Pam, she was like, this is not going to work because she has not, look, I have piled up my car before to drive long distance, states away. I have done it before, okay? From Michigan to New Mexico, New Mexico to Arizona, Arizona to Florida, and then Florida to Michigan 3 times. I know how to work in a packed car. My Aunt Pam does not. So she was like, this isn't going to work. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm 6 hours behind. I'm not trying. Look, I cannot deal with this right now. In my head, I love my Aunt Pam. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, in my head, woman, get in the car. Just get in the car, okay? And she's like, well, where's your dog? He was riding shotgun on our way up to go and get you. Then I had to put him in the back. So, I'm in my head, I'm like, get in the car. Get in the car. Just deal with it, because I have to, and I've done it before 5 times. I've done it, okay? I know. Sorry, my kids are also trying to take their naps, but they hear me talking, so they're like trying to come out, and I'm like, nope, back in there. So we're driving, and we finally make it up here safe. My husband gets to a safe place. I think he was there for like 2-3 days. And when he finally went back to our house, everything was cool. Everything was good. There was like a little bit of damage, but the houses on the other side, in the other neighborhoods, they got it bad. And I've been checking up with some people on Facebook, and they keep posting pictures of like their ceilings caving in. You can see like the water damage on the floor, up the walls. What was it? I think it was like yesterday. I saw a video, and their ceiling fan in their bedroom that has like lights. It was like a ceiling fan that has lights. Water was dripping. Like drip, 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 drip in a bucket. Water and electricity do not mix, okay? I remember that from school, okay? So, they're still recovering from some stuff. But my husband, he's at the house, and he's at the house. Of course, he's able to drink the water. They gave the green light. Yes, you can drink water. And he's, trying to get back to regular life. But, yeah, so being up here with my mom, it's a little bit hectic because, and it's stressful for me, and it's stressful for my kids because they don't fully understand why we're not in the same house with my husband anymore. And I just realized I have to plug in my phone in another spot because it's not charging that well. Okay. So, my kids, obviously my kids miss their dad. I miss him too. He misses us, even, it's just one of those things that just had to happen. And we were already planning on moving up here. Oh, there we go. And I have to face this way. We were already planning, and my mom has plants. I'm moving up here anyway. But I did not want to move. I don't want to leave the way we did. The fact that we had to hurry up and evacuate because a hurricane was coming. I did not want to leave like that. And being worried the whole 18 hours of driving up here. No, she likes having my kids around. Plus, when my kids were coming up, my mom was never around at all. Well, yeah, she wasn't like even around because I have a military husband. Therefore, I was miles away, states away, still in the country, but just states away. And my dog is barking. So, she wasn't there at all to watch my kids do their. I think my mom's here. Mom, is that you? Okay. Nope, that's my mom. Are you home for your lunch break? The girls are in the room, and I'm live, which is why I'm sitting in this awkward position. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Did you hear that? Did you know? No. Okay. They're trying to close the popsicle. Why were they gonna call me today at 6 o'clock? They were gonna call you because they were gonna do a follow up because I restarted your phone and then they had to restart it on their side, so they were just going to like say what the problem was and to get a new SIM card.
Oh, well, you can keep the phone because at 6, I won't have time to talk to them.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock. I won't have time.
Helping my mom with her phone. Huh?
What you making?
I was gonna let the kids paint those on the other side so they can paint like pumpkins or like Frankenstein or something on them. Just a fun little project. On the non-gluey side. So, yeah. So, it's been about a month, and my husband, he got orders to move closer because he tried to do, for his reenlistment, he tried to put in for a base of preference, and the base that he picked, they said no to, but they gave him another base, which is about 8-ish hours away from where we are, which is not that bad considering I had to drive 18 hours from Florida here to Michigan, so 8 hours away is not that bad. Plus, my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, is in Tennessee, and that's like 10 hours. And he'll be stationed in Illinois. So, it's a nice little weekend trip. And I haven't told my kids yet because, one, I don't think they would really understand. But, life happens, and I don't want to tell them, like, your dad is coming, and then, something happens and he can't come right then and there. Plus, Illinois, they get snow, like, up here, right?
Yeah. They get it just as bad.
Oh. Illinois apparently gets snow just as bad as Michigan. And, yeah. So, we get blizzards, they get blizzards, and driving in a blizzard is not that fun. I've done it before, it's not fun at all. But I do, we do video chat at least a couple times a day so that our kids can see him. And we've explained that, like, mommy is up here, we're going to look for a new house, daddy's going to move out of this house, we're going to look for a new house, which is true. We're doing that. I'm doing that. So, yeah, I just have all of these, like, mental plans. I'm so excited for my future house that I don't even have yet. Like, today, I was looking up how to install dim lighting or, like, mood lighting, because my mom, she has that with this light. She has, like, a little dial, and she can turn up, or, like, on high or on low, like, set the mood. And I remember in one of our old houses, it had that in the basement, and I thought it was the coolest thing, and I want it so bad. And I saw how to replace a countertop stove, because there's this house that I saw and I really like, but the stove top is, like, in the counter. And there was a video showing how to take it out and replace it with a new one and all that stuff. And I have all these future house plans, and I don't even have a house. So, but I will someday. I will some. What are you making? Okay. Yeah. So I got my son enrolled in school, and I think it was like a couple months ago. Obviously, we're still back in Florida, but I posted that video on my son going to school and, like, how I was feeling nervous and everything. Now, let me tell you, that school that he went in Florida was okay, but the school he's going to now is better because my son is very hyper. So, they actually, like, take the time to talk with him and talk with me, and if there's something happening, they'll call me and all that stuff. So it's very nice that they're showing that they care and keeping me in the loop on the stuff that's happening at school and in class and all that stuff. And my son is having fun. He is learning. He is, it's nice when he brings home his school papers and tells me he did and shows me he did. It's very nice. Especially when I get him ready for school in the morning and he'll put his dress in and we'll go wash his face, brush his teeth, do his hair, clothes on. He's just, like, standing there in his, like, little jacket and backpack and, like, little lunchbox. Adorable. So he's doing well in kindergarten, and my girls, I'm waiting for this paper to come in the mail so I can put my girls into, like, this preschool program, and they're 4 and 3. So it's a preschool program, and it takes forever because they have to do everything through the mail. Like, I can't fax them anything. They can't fax me anything. It's just old-fashioned snail mail. Um, so I don't know how long that is gonna take, but I actually called them last week, and I told them like who I was, who my kids were. This is when I sent in the paperwork, and they're like, oh well, it's probably not gonna get here it'll probably get here on Tuesday. Then it has to go through processing. Then I don't know how long processing takes. Then we're gonna send you a letter in the mail telling you where your girl is qualified to go. And I asked the lady, I was like, well, aren't my girls going to go to the same building? And she was like, well, we won't know until the processing is done. And I don't know how long that takes. Okay? I don't know how long that takes. And I can only imagine it not taking that much time to do because the school year has already started. Like, it's October, and the school year starts in September. So I think it's like mid-September. So they've only been in school for like half a month, or almost about a month. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. But I also get really like anxious when I know that something is coming in the mail for me, or just coming in the mail period, and nothing happens. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. If those are like dry, you don't have to put the thing back up there. So, this was fun, and this was like my first, not my first, this is actually my second time going live. And I just wanted to test it out and see what it was like. But the hurricane moved, and I also made a what is it? Back to civilian life video. Those will are going to be uploaded within the next week. It's 3 or 4 different videos, so they all kind of what is it? There's pieces of each story or each video within another video, so it all kind of goes together. But yeah. So thumbs up if you like live. And if you want more live videos, I can try to do them. I just did this one because my kids were in bed and it was somewhat quiet. Plus, I saw Gamer Doll Flawless. She was on live, and I wanted to go live too, just to see like if I can actually get it to work this time. So, but it did apparently. So that's the time. That's the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.